The tourism industry in the Philippines, presented by yours truly, Catherine Neric. The tourism industry in the Philippines lost some 8 billion in 2020 because of the pandemic. Filipinos are being encouraged to travel domestically to try to restart a crucial sector of the economy. In the Philippines, millions of people work in tourism, and that is a key part of the country's economy. But the pandemic obliterated the industry. In an attempt to revive it, the government is loosening restrictions and pushing Filipinos to travel domestically. The staycation scheme is just one idea the Philippine government has put forth in an effort to restart the country's pandemic-shattered tourism industry. Pre-COVID, the industry made up more than 12% of the country's overall gross domestic product or GDP. A large majority of that was domestic travel. In an email statement to NPR of Washington, D.C., the Department of Tourism says domestic travel will help restart the battered sector. But while the department says it's doing all it can for a safe reopening, many experts are not on board even with staycations. To recover tourism in our country, vaccines will need to be widely distributed and policy solutions implemented. A good example of this is the Risk Bakuna program under the Healthy Filipinas project initiated by Department of Health all over the Philippines with the intention to achieve herd immunity among Filipino people. It launched as early as March 1, 2021 and has been inoculating Filipino people with COVID vaccines ever since and up to this day. New initiatives to reignite the sector could perhaps help just like what other countries did. For example, in Costa Rica, national holidays have temporarily been moved to Mondays to boost domestic tourism by extending weekends. Barbados introduced a welcome stamp visa, which is a one-year residency permit that allows remote employees to live and work from the country. Similarly, Fiji launched a Blue Lanes initiative that allows yachts to berth in its marinas after meeting strict quarantine and testing requirements. Coronavirus disease or COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Most people who fall sick with COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate symptoms and recover without special treatment. However, some will become seriously ill and require medical attention. As COVID-19 has spread in many countries, posing a serious threat to our health, security and lives, education in school and universities has also faced unprecedented challenges. But as long as we work together, we will someday achieve the normal once again. Thank you for listening and keep safe.
Pandemic, continuing shift toward ecotourism, a fast-growing industry focused on conservation and local job creation, could give an additional boost to the industry. This is already a key element of Costa Rica's tourism strategy. Thailand too is trying to shift to niche markets, including adventure travel and health and wellness tours. Technology can also play an important role with social distancing and health and hygiene protocols, likely to remain in place for the foreseeable future. Touchless service delivery and investments in digital technology could be bridged to recovery. Finally, should the reduction in travel be longer lasting, owing to changes in tourist preference or economic scaring? Some tourism-dependent countries may need to embark on a long and difficult journey, diversify their economies. Investing in non-tourism sector is a long-term goal, but could be aided by strengthening links between tourism and locally produced agriculture, manufacturing, and entertainment. In Jamaica, for instance, an online platform was launched that allows buyers in hotel industry to directly purchase goods from local farmers. Exports, including services, could also be expanded using regional agreements to address the constraints imposed by limited economies of scale. Solution will differ from country to country, and pace and scope of recovery will of course depend on global developments. But there is an important opportunity to be harnessed beyond the immediate priority of mitigating the impact of the pandemic. Countries will need to create a new normal for the tourism industry, diversifying, shifting to more sustainable tourism models, and investing in new technologies could help to shape the recovery.